Welcome to the YouTube channel The Right Place. Get ready to explore a world where charm meets creativity and nature embraces nostalgia right in your backyard. Today, we're diving into charming rustic farmhouse garden decor ideas with upcycled DIYs using unusual materials. If you're a fan of quaint, cozy vibes and love giving new life to forgotten treasures, this video is your next dose of inspiration. Our garden decor journey isn't just about pretty things, it's about making the most out of what you already have, and even what others overlook. From salvaged items that tell a story, to odd materials transformed into rustic beauty, these ideas are as sustainable as they are stunning. Let's celebrate simplicity, imperfection, and imagination with these creative farmhouse garden decor ideas that are as kind to your wallet as they are to the planet. Hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a chance to bring a rustic touch to your outdoor haven. One, rustic wooden crate planters with a twist, turning forgotten crates into garden charm. One of the most delightful ways to add rustic charm to your garden is by repurposing old wooden crates, but not just stacking them like everyone else. Instead, try lining the inside with burlap sacks and using mismatched drawer handles to create a vertical garden wall. This not only adds visual interest but creates a sense of aged charm, perfect for a farmhouse aesthetic. Fill each tier with herbs, flowers, or trailing vines for a lush look. Take it a step further by distressing the wood with whitewash or chalk paint, giving the planters that classic weathered look. For a truly unique touch, attach vintage door knockers or knobs to the front for hanging garden tools or signs. These unexpected elements make your DIY stand out and add layers of storytelling to your space. Let each crate become a chapter of rustic creativity in your outdoor decor. 2. Mason jar lanterns and chimney pipe candle holders. Upcycling everyday glass and metal into cozy garden lighting. Lighting is key to creating atmosphere, and few things beat the glow of handmade lanterns. Use mason jars to craft charming hanging lights by inserting solar-powered fairy lights or candles inside. Hang them from rusted iron hooks or worn-down wooden stakes. The shimmer of glass against wood and earth tones creates that cozy, rustic glow that turns an ordinary garden into a magical retreat. For a bolder touch, hunt down old chimney pipes or scrap ducting and turn them into tall, rustic candle holders. Place pillar candles or LED lights inside, letting the shadows dance through carefully cut out patterns or slits. The contrast of rough metal with soft light adds depth and intrigue to your garden, creating a look that's both industrial and warmly farmhouse. 3. Reclaimed ladder trellis and burlap accents, giving old ladders new life in a garden setting. An old, wobbly ladder may no longer be safe for climbing, but it's perfect as a trellis in your rustic garden. Stand it vertically or lean it against a fence and let vines, roses, or even runner beans twine their way up. Add touches like twine-wrapped mason jars or repurposed copper fittings to the rungs, and you've created both function and beauty from forgotten wood. 'For an added farmhouse feel, drape sections of burlap fabric across the ladder or use it to tie back climbing plants. You can stencil simple words like bloom or gather for an extra personalized effect. The mixture of soft burlap, aged wood, and thriving greenery captures the heart of rustic elegance, and all without spending a dime on traditional decor. 4. Metal grates and colanders turned garden decor. Using kitchen cast-offs for outdoor delight. Think beyond the garden aisle and raid your old kitchen instead. Metal grates, vintage strainers, and colanders can all be upcycled into stunning rustic garden decor. Hang them as wall art on a shed or use them as quirky planters for small succulents. Their perforated textures offer an industrial farmhouse vibe that blends beautifully with natural elements. 'For a creative twist, paint these metal pieces with matte black or rusty red to enhance the aged look, then cluster them together as a garden sculpture. Add dried flowers or sprigs of lavender for softness. These unusual upcycle materials not only keep waste out of landfills, but also bring authentic, raw beauty to your outdoor sanctuary. 5. Woven basket wall and garden fence art. Textile-inspired decor using unlikely materials. Woven baskets that are too worn for storage still have a life to live as rustic wall art. Attach them to a garden fence or the side of a shed in a mosaic-style arrangement. Mix sizes, shapes, and colors to create a visually textured backdrop. You can even plant moss or shallow-rooted flowers inside for an earthy, living art display that feels both crafted and organic. Take it further by incorporating old placemats, straw hats, or even twisted rope to expand the composition. When combined with floral backdrops or climbing plants, this blend of woven and natural textures feels perfectly farmhouse. This is where your creativity can shine, showing that even the most unlikely items can become the highlight of your garden decor. 6. Galvanized buckets and washtubs as statement pieces, transforming vintage metal into garden centerpieces. Galvanized buckets and washtubs have an undeniable rustic appeal, and they make excellent statement planters or focal points in your farmhouse garden. Fill them with wildflowers, cascading petunias, or fragrant herbs for an old-world feel. You can group them together at varying heights or place them near a seating area for a naturally charming centerpiece that feels both nostalgic and earthy. 'If you're feeling extra creative, drill a small hole in the bottom and transform them into working water features or rustic bird baths. Surround them with natural stones or reclaimed wood planks for an authentic, country-inspired vignette. The weathered metal offers a rugged contrast to soft blooms and greenery, perfectly capturing the charm of upcycled farmhouse garden decor. 7. Vintage enamelware and ceramic jugs for garden details, adding whimsy and character through antique tableware. Don't toss out that chipped enamel teapot or that oddly shaped ceramic jug. Give them new life as garden accents. Nestled among the plants or perched atop wooden posts, these forgotten kitchen items bring whimsy and personality to your rustic outdoor space. Their delicate curves and nostalgic patterns are perfect for enhancing that charming farmhouse atmosphere. Create small arrangements by planting succulents or tiny flowers in them, or simply let them sit pretty, catching the light and offering an element of surprise among the greenery. You can even group them on a vintage bench for a curated garden display. These upcycled pieces are not only functional, but spark conversations and offer a touch of curated imperfection. 8. Tree branches and driftwood as garden accents. Nature's cast-offs reinvented as rustic decor. Nature provides some of the most unexpected and beautiful decor materials, and tree branches or driftwood are no exception. Use thick, knotted branches to build a rustic border around garden beds or to create an archway trellis over a pathway. Their organic shapes and textures bring a grounding, earthy quality that feels inherently farmhouse. 'Smaller branches can be bundled and tied with jute rope to create decorative stakes, or arranged in clusters to serve as natural sculptural pieces. Driftwood, in particular, offers a sun-bleached, coastal charm that fits beautifully with rustic garden themes. These materials require zero processing and blend effortlessly with your existing garden environment. 9. Hanging kitchen utensils and cutlery wind chimes. Unexpected musical decor from your kitchen drawer. That old set of mismatched forks, spoons, and ladles collecting dust? Perfect for your next DIY wind chime. Suspend them with fishing wire or natural twine from a salvaged branch or wooden beam to create a whimsical, musical element in your garden. The soft clinking of metal adds a peaceful ambience, especially on breezy afternoons. 'Add wooden beads, vintage keys, or old baking tins to customize the design even further. Not only do these upcycled wind chimes contribute to the rustic charm, but they also reduce waste in a creative and joyful way. Let each piece of cutlery tell its own story, dancing and singing in the wind above your favorite garden nook. 10. Fabric scraps and twine for handmade garden flags. Textile creativity to bring color and personality outdoors. Don't underestimate the charm of fabric scraps and leftover twine. They're ideal for crafting rustic garden flags and decorative banners. Cut fabric into triangles, squares, or even heart shapes and string them across pathways, fences, or trellises. Choose earthy tones or classic ginghams and florals to tie into the farmhouse aesthetic. To add an extra layer of personality, stencil words like grow, hope, or joy onto the flags using white or chalk paint. The movement of fabric in the wind brings your garden to life and infuses it with handmade spirit. These lightweight decorations are simple to create, easy to swap out seasonally, and a beautiful example of upcycling with love. 11. Wicker furniture parts reimagined for garden charm. Breathing new life into broken seating and baskets. If you've got broken wicker chairs or parts of rattan furniture lying around, don't toss them, upcycle them into beautiful garden accents. Separate the woven panels and repurpose them as wall art for a fence, or lay them flat under potted plants to create layered texture. The natural material weathers beautifully outdoors and blends seamlessly with a rustic, farmhouse garden vibe. 'You can also use the curved backs of wicker chairs as plant trellises or garden signage bases. Paint them in soft whites or muted greens for a vintage look, and use them as backdrops for climbing roses or ivy. With a bit of imagination, even a broken seat can become a delicate visual statement in your garden sanctuary. 12. Grain sacks and feed bags for garden textiles. Turning agricultural textiles into outdoor art. Vintage grain sacks and feed bags are rustic gold for garden DIYs. Use them to upholster outdoor pillows, line baskets, or drape across garden tables for that farmhouse countryside look. Their rough texture and bold, faded typography bring authentic charm that feels straight out of a pastoral daydream. For even more impact, stretch them across wooden frames to create rustic wall hangings or garden backdrops. Add some twigs, pressed flowers, or dried herbs for a layered, earthy touch. These humble textiles, once functional in the barn, now become soft-spoken storytellers in your outdoor retreat. 13. Clay roof tiles and brick fragments in garden art. Using earthy leftovers for whimsical and grounded beauty. Broken clay roof tiles and discarded bricks may seem like rubble, but in the world of upcycled garden decor, they're full of potential. Lay them into paths, create mini retaining walls, or paint on them to make plant labels. Their rustic textures and earthy colors complement natural surroundings and give your garden a grounded, lived-in aesthetic. 'You can even stack the bricks or tiles into small sculptures, fairy garden borders, or herb spirals. Each imperfection becomes part of the visual interest. When placed with care and creativity, these leftover materials contribute beautifully to a rustic farmhouse garden with both charm and purpose. 14. Wine corks and bottle caps for creative accents. Tiny upcycles that make a big visual impact. Small items like wine corks and bottle caps are often overlooked, but they make perfect elements for detailed garden crafts. Glue them onto terracotta pots, outline flower beds with corks, or string bottle caps into fun and quirky garlands. These miniature touches bring a playful, personalized twist to your rustic garden look. 'You can even embed corks into garden stepping stones or spell out words with colored bottle caps on wooden boards. These unusual but charming details are great conversation starters and showcase your eye for creativity. It's proof that even the tiniest materials, when upcycled with love, can become centerpieces of rustic charm. 15. Old fabric lampshades as floral frames. Elegant upcycled structures for climbing and hanging plants. If you've got old fabric lampshades with the coverings removed, the remaining wire structure makes an excellent floral frame. Hang them from tree branches and let trailing plants like ivy or morning glory weave through. The skeletal design adds vintage elegance and structure to even the wildest parts of your garden. These wire frames can also be placed directly into garden beds and used as decorative plant supports. Spray them with a weatherproof coating in soft metallics or aged copper for an antique feel. With this delicate balance of refinement and ruggedness, you'll have transformed cast-offs into one-of-a-kind rustic installations. Final thoughts, bringing it all together with heart and creativity. Rustic farmhouse garden decor is more than a design choice. It's a celebration of creativity, resourcefulness, and storytelling through objects others might overlook. From old buckets and jars to textiles and tiny treasures, each upcycled element adds meaning and charm to your outdoor space. It's proof that beauty can be found in the most unusual materials, as long as you look with imagination. If you love these ideas, be sure to like, subscribe, and share with fellow garden lovers. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we drop new inspiration here on Captivating Home. Let your garden reflect your personality, your past, and your passion, one charming, rustic detail at a time. Thank you for watching this cozy garden journey here on Captivating Home.